Imagine just seeing your visual ideas pop up on screen, almost like magic, just using words. Today we're doing a deep dive into Le Chat, and what's really turning heads now is it's integrated power for both creating and editing images. So our mission here is to really unpack how Le Chat's become this kind of shortcut to serious creative versatility, going from nothing to a perfectly tweaked image all in one place.
That's exactly right. Le Chat has recently pushed out some pretty significant updates. They've woven sophisticated image manipulation right into its generation features. And this integration, it's a collaboration with Black Forest Labs.
Okay, so this combination gives you a level of control that feels different almost.
Yeah.
What's genuinely surprising, I think, is how subtle you can be, especially compared to other big AI tools out there. Let's really unpack this. So maybe start with the editing part. Le Chat's advanced image editing. When we say text-guided image manipulation, what does that actually look like for someone trying to fix up an image?
Right. Well, at its core, think of it like image-to-image translation, or maybe in-painting and out-painting. But the key is it's all driven by just plain English commands. So instead of messing with complex tools, you literally just tell Le Chat, hey, remove that object, or something bolder like put me in Paris. The AI figures out what you mean from the text, understands the change, and then algorithmically rebuilds the pixels to match. What's really fascinating, I think, is how it manages to keep the important stuff from the original picture while still making these pretty significant scene changes. And this specific feature, it's running on Black Forest Labs context models. These aren't just basic object spotters. They're designed to grasp the semantic relationships, the context, the spatial stuff within the image that lets it intelligently recompose things without making it look weird or adding distracting glitches.
That kind of intuitive control, it sounds almost revolutionary.
Yeah.
But how do these editing powers really stack up against the current heavyweights in AI creative tools?
Yeah, good question. If you put Le Chat's text-guided editing side by side with what's out there now, especially from rivals like, say, OpenAI, Le Chat definitely holds its own. And I'd argue in some ways, it might even be setting a new standard. You see, some models are great at just generating new stuff, really diverse concepts. But Le Chat's edge in editing, it's the fidelity. How well it respects the original image's context. Like, you remove an object and the background fills in incredibly seamlessly, even with tricky textures. That's a big leap for keeping an existing image looking real.
Okay, so we've seen Le Chat is pretty slick at refining visuals you already have. But what about starting from scratch? When you need something totally new, how powerful is the image generation side?
Ah, right. The generation engine in Le Chat, that's powered by Flux Ultra, also from Black Forest Labs, and Mistral, Le Chat's creators, they've made a pretty bold claim, calling Flux Ultra currently the leading image generation model.
Leading, that's strong.
It is. The claim seems based on its novel architecture. From what I understand, this allows for really fine-grained control over tiny details and styles. So it moves beyond just general vibes to genuinely photorealistic output or creating very specific corporate assets with high precision. It's incredibly versatile. You can get anything from, super realistic photos to exact corporate creative stuff. Imagine generating a specific product shot for an ad or maybe a whole visual for a brand campaign just from text prompts.
Wow. Okay, so bringing it all together, what does this actually mean for someone, for you listening, using these tools day to day? What's the real advantage of having both editing and generation packed so tightly together like this?
Well, that integration is Le Chat's unique selling point, really. Think about it. Lots of AI assistants or tools make you jump around, generate here, edit over there in another app.
Right, yeah, that can be clunky.
Exactly. Le Chat puts both into one smooth interface. And that's not just about convenience, though it is convenient. It fundamentally changes how you create. It allows for super quick prototyping, iterating on ideas in a way that honestly used to need a whole design team. And it's not just stuck on your computer either. This combined power, it's fully there on their web platform, plus iOS and Android apps. So this sophisticated creative toolkit is available pretty much anywhere.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this deep dive then. Le Chat isn't just another image generator. It feels more like a shift. A new way to create and manipulate visuals, offering this unprecedented, really intuitive control, all in one spot. accessible. It changes the whole workflow.
Precisely. It's the synergy, right?
Yeah, right.
The power of the generation, thanks to Flux Ultra, combined with that advanced context-aware editing using the context models. That combination really does position Lisha as a leader. It gives you incredible versatility for all sorts of creative work, from dreaming up amazing photorealistic scenes to nailing precise corporate visuals.
And all this makes you think, doesn't it, about the bigger implications. When tools this powerful and intuitive become so easy for anyone to access, how could this change things for digital artists or for marketers, or even just how you communicate visually every day, when complex design is just a text prompt away?
Yeah, it really raises a fundamental question, doesn't it? What happens next? What new kinds of creative expression truly become possible when the barrier to sophisticated image making and manipulation basically dissolves down to just typing a few words? What can anyone create then?